Before the United Healthcare CEO was gunned down on the streets of New York, the shooting that took our breath away was the killing of Judge Kevin Mullins right in his own chambers. We know who fired those shots. It was on video right there. That was Sean Mickey Steins right there with the gun. He was the sheriff at that time of their rural Kentucky county. And he was also a close friend of the judge. And he's not a sheriff anymore. He's an inmate waiting for trial. But just like the CEO murder, the motive in the Judge Mullins case is a mystery, which means that the two men's long shared history has been under the microscope. And tonight, a gut punch of an exclusive to tell you about. It turns out there are recordings about the dead judge that tie him to some very dirty business in that county. A sex for favors scandal that sent a former deputy to jail and got the sheriff, who's now facing murder, sued in federal court. News Nation investigative producer Allison Weiner uncovered these recordings, and she joins me live now. You're such a great producer. I mean, we send you out to dig this stuff up, and then I have...
And, you know, guys, a lot of people were saying that, you know, maybe the judge had situations with the guy's wife, the sheriff's wife, or with the daughter. But if this is like some favors for sex type of stuff, it is getting more and more bizarre. And we don't know, especially in them small towns, you know, they I wouldn't say they're disconnected from the world. They're not, but it's a lot of things that goes on and we just don't know. But let me let them continue.
To have you on television to report it. What kind of a recording are we talking about, Allison?
Well, these are recordings from the criminal investigation into Deputy Fields, the guy that went to prison for the sex for favor scandal. And Deputy Fields was convicted of rape 3, of sodomy, and also a perjury. So the recordings are from his victim. And she subsequently has filed the civil rights lawsuit in federal court. The victim is Sabrina Atkins, and she was interviewed by police about what had happened to her when she was an inmate in Fletcher County in Whitesboro. And that's where Sheriff Stein was working and also where Ben Fields was working. And these recordings, I was listening to them and I just sort of stopped and was like, I'm beginning to see that Sheriff Stein's life was coming apart, like sort of one thing, one block at a time. And this was not a good thing that I was listening to. And let's take a listen to it and then we can talk about it.
But he does have some videotapes of some stuff in the judge's chambers.
What kind of stuff?
Just with girls sexual and stuff.
What describe? Have you seen the video?
I've seen one partly, you know, just him having sex with girls for the baby to get out of jail.
Oh crap. Yo, the judge was like, listen, okay, do you want to rot in jail? No. All right, so you know what you got to do. You know what you got to do. You got to spread the cheeks. That's damn.
Who was having sex?
Ben and just some higher ups.
Wow.
Who?
The judge and...
You saw the video?
Yeah.
What did you see on the video? I mean,
I mean, I've seen Judge Mullins having sex with a girl.
Who was the girl?
I don't know. Because I don't know a lot of people from over.
Where was it at?
In his office, in the judge's chambers.
Is that the same place that you were meeting Ben? Is that how you know it was the judge's chambers? And this was Judge who?
Mullins.
Wow.
Allison,
I'm telling you, everything unravels now. And guys, I made a video about this before. Please check it out on my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. All you guys that watch my videos, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate your support. But this is crazy, guys. Wow. Thanks. So it just gets more and more wild because it's like someone was telling me, I'm like, this just doesn't seem right. But like I said, in them small towns, like, yo, the judge was getting busy. Like, oh, you want me to lower your bail or you want to get bailed out of jail? Gotta do some bending over him. And you know, it's crazy. There's a lot of like adult films that kind of have things like that. And your boy don't really watch them. I do.
Said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
But still, I'm saying that it's crazy how things like this happen. And it's really a sad situation because it's an abuse of power, right? It's an abuse of power because these men are trusted with just being able to uphold the law, and you see how they sway it in their favor. You know, this judge here probably wasn't getting any buns, so he came up with this concoction that say, hey, look, these women who want to get out of jail, hey, favors, you know, you give me some booty and, you know, I'll lower the sentence or I'll lower the bail. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. This is wow, man. This is wild.
Wow, that's pretty clear. That's her saying Judge Mullins was having sex with these people in his chambers, just like
the judge was
the other
busy.
deputy. Here's the question I have, because it seemed to me that it became an open secret among female inmates that you can sleep your way out of jail because these men and these higher ups, not the ones necessarily on the screen, this is an allegation only, will have sex for these release favors.
Wow.
That's correct. And by the way, Sheriff Stein denied during his deposition, which was a couple of days before the murder, that he had any idea that any of this was going on.
Do you think that he's going to admit it? Do you think that he's going to admit that, hey, look, I was bending these women over for them to get lesser bail? Who would admit to that? Which sheriff in a small town who has all that power is going to admit to that? Come on now. Come on, let's think.
But the fact is that the plaintiff in the in the lawsuit, again, Sabrina Atkins, said that she had heard rumors and that you could exchange sex for not having to wear your ankle bracelet. She didn't say that specifically, but for some favors. And that's exactly what ended up happening, because she couldn't afford to pay for the ankle bracelet. You have to pay for the ankle bracelet weekly. And those are the allegations.
Wait, what the hell? Yo, these small towns be literally raping your pockets. So you go to jail and you get out and you gotta pay to wear the ankle bracelet? What? So you pretty much paying for your freedom. That's wow, damn.
In the civil lawsuit, that Sheriff Stein should have known or knew about what was happening with Ben Fields. And Sheriff Stein is the big name in that lawsuit. It's Sheriff Stein and unknown superiors and Ben Fields. So he was facing some heavy damages and the loss of his entire career based on this civil rights lawsuit.
Wow.
And frankly, the plaintiff's lawyers told me, Ned Pillersdorf has told me several times, because it's like they were running a brothel out of that courtroom.
Seems like it.
Unbelievable. Well, I feel like it's just the tip of the iceberg, because there's still a lot more to connect Stein's allegedly murdering the judge based on what the judge maybe would have said to bring Stein's more into this picture. So you're invited back, anytime, just knock on the door and you're on. Allison Weiner, great. Thanks for watching.
So what it could be, and like I said, this is just an allegation and just my opinion. What it could be is that homeboy who shot the judge was getting busy. Maybe they was running some type of crazy sex adventure, and the judge was gonna probably testify or something. Maybe they got the judge caught up because they got him on. They have a recording of him getting busy in the chambers, which is a flipping idiot. But still, that could have opened or unraveled so many crazy things. And that sheriff was like, listen, you know what? We need to handle this. And the judge was probably like, yo, listen, I'm not going to do anything. He said, all right, cool. I got something for you. And just took out the gun and kabam, kabam, kabam. Oh, mess with people's livelihood. You'll see what happens. It's things that you don't mess with people. Their family, wives, children, and livelihood. That's if you mess with a man's livelihood, he'll snap, That man will snap. Especially in a small town where you gotta live amongst these people, and people will give you the side eye or give you the cold shoulder and stuff like that, or they'll look at you and point and stuff like. Because you know how people are. You know how, especially, I'm gonna just say it, and this is not me being racist or anything. them small white towns, yo, where everybody know each other, like Cheers and stuff like that, yo, they'll point at you, be like, oh yeah, there go that ex-chef right there. He was getting in those women's booty for favors. I'm telling you, and I'm all for it. I'll laugh. I'll be like, damn, yo, I can't believe he did that. But it's wild, guys. It's wild, and you have to be very, very careful out here. I said to myself, it had to be something bigger than what so many people were saying. There were allegations saying that the judge was messing with his daughter or messing with the wife. You know how the internet is. The internet is one big cesspool of craziness that people would just say certain and hope that it stick. They'll be throwing darts at it and be like, okay, let me keep throwing something. And hopefully that's the truth, knowing damn well they don't know nothing about the damn story. But I'm glad that I'm able to give it to you guys and report on it for you guys, so they can say, hey, look, give me my commentary and, you know, try to figure things out, because it's wild, guys. It is wild. It is wild. It is wild. So I'm glad that, you know, this is out here and we can continue to figure out what's going on. Hopefully, you know, we find out, because the sheriff is not saying anything, which means that it had to have been something more crazier than what we know or what we heard about. And then this video here saying that this lady saw videos of the judge getting busy in his chambers with inmates. Well, probably not inmates, but just people, women from jail and stuff like that, saying that, hey, if you want to get out, you know, you got to do some bending. That's wild, yo. That's wild. And it probably be like that in these small towns. But we don't know. They keep it hush hush. And it's crazy. It's crazy.